very hard to move on. It's hard to go to the next chapter in life because it puts closure to one, and in between closing one chapter and opening another is a gap. It's a transition. And to get from one side to the other requires overcoming fear, overcoming anxiety. Humans are creatures of habit because there's safety in doing what we know or staying where we are. Even if it's an illusion, even if it's delusional. Many times people stay in an unhealthy relationship just because of being familiar with it. And the fear of going to another chapter in their life is scarier than staying in pain. I always found it interesting when I read up on the phrase Stockholm Syndrome, which is when someone gets abducted. After a long period of time of being abducted against their will, the person who took them captive allows them to roam freely and leaves the doors open. But the person who was taken against their will, they don't look to escape because they have conditioned their mind not to go to another chapter. This is all they know. They're not moving. And I've struggled at different times in my life to go to the next chapter because I'm human. I do have a level of tenacity, strength, and willingness to move on. I am adaptable. But I've been obese, I've been anorexic. I flirted with the fringes of extremes. And I see how the mind gets stuck in a place and it's hard to move on to the next thing. You know, like I've shared on many videos, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. It's like someone can't move on from a ritual or from touching a doorknob a certain amount of times because it's like their mind is not at peace. And I used to do that when I was young, like I'd touch things a certain amount of times. Obsession. You know, obsession in one sense could be a good thing because there's a lot of focus. Actually, people with OCD, a lot of them become CEOs or entrepreneurs because there is an extreme amount of energy and focus, but the only way to get to that level of success is you have to learn to let some things go and move on. So how do you get there? How do you get to a place mentally where you can overcome these anxieties, these fears, these doubts, these worries? Action and research relieve anxiety. The more research you do, the more you mitigate your risk or you become comfortable with accepting a level of risk. You don't go to your next chapter without taking risk. The downside is many people take foolish risk because they don't take their time, they're impatient, they don't do the research, and they fail. Now, even when you do the research, even when you're patient, you could still fail. But you want to do the research, you want to have the patience because like I say, you got to take calculated risk. And you're also going to need some faith. Look, I curse God sometimes. As I get older, I lose some of my faith. But I also acknowledge that God has saved me in certain instances. A lot of bad things could have happened, went a different way. And I use my faith when I run out of logic. Okay, like, to take a new job, there's a level of it. Yeah, you do the research, do the planning, you have a savings account, but you just pray, God, help me, help me. When you're sick and you're hurting, whether you're in a hospital bed or you just pray, God, help me. When you're drunk on New Year's Eve and you're throwing up Everclear vodka on a toilet bowl in a Motel 6, you pray, God, just get me through this and I'll never drink again. When the doctor leaves the hospital bed and there's nothing else he can do, they bring in the pastor. There's a part of life that you need faith to overcome fear, in my opinion. I would never push faith on people. Shout out to all my atheists. I totally understand it. What faith you decide is, a mix or match, whatever, probably you're brought up with, whatever you relate to. But I'm sharing with you, how do you overcome fear? Well, one, research, wisdom, patience. You have to discipline yourself a little bit. 3 is you got to have some faith. Faith without works is dead. So you need all those things in a comprehensive way. And there's no guarantee. When you do all those things, you do them in order. And you sit there and you're still scared. Okay. Because I remember one time I was scared to take a different job because I really didn't need to. Even though it was a step up, it was scary and it was risky. And I went back and forth like a psychopath who shops on Amazon and returns everything they buy. But eventually I had to make it so I had no choice but to go back. Sometimes to go to the next chapter, you need no choice. Now, sometimes people wait till they get evicted to change their life. Sometimes people wait until there's violence in the house to get a divorce. Sometimes people wait till they're forced, and you're going to suffer for that. But I understand that. Proactive change is better than reactive change. You can feel the tides of change coming in your life. You know when it's time to move on, when it's time to go next chapter. I remember being in a strip club, and it was great in my late teens and 20s. But I remember when I got to my mid-20s, my late 20s, I was like, then it was just like, man, I got to go to the next chapter. But it was tough to am I really done with the strip club? Am I really done with cigarettes? Am I really done with hanging out? People struggle with that. That's the Al Bundys. There's some people I know, even in their 40s now, they're still talking about high school football, drinking, and I don't judge that. But I say that you have to move to the next chapter. You have to realize that you're putting closure to the past, whether it's your job, your youth. A lot of girls tell me like they're young, they're 45. I say, you're middle age. You're not young. Your youth is behind you. Let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. All right, we'll get to the live comments, guys. I'm getting upset. But you don't go to the next chapter when you're reading the previous chapter. You can't go both directions. You can't go backwards and forward. It's hard to go forward, guys. There's no doubt about it. I still feel it. I've been saying to myself recently, is it time to go to the next chapter and no longer be a nomad and get a home base? I struggle with that. Because in one sense, I say, I'm going to be a nomad till the day I die. In one sense, I say, look, I think I may want to add some stability to my life for a place of shelter when I'm sick, tired, and just at the end of the day, instead of all this movement, all this in the public, I've accomplished one of my goals, to get down to Florida, cut my living expenses in half. But do I really want to turn the chapter? Sometimes you shouldn't turn it. Sometimes, I'm not saying always change. Change, it's not an exact science. Life is not an exact science. But when do you know you have to change? One is when it's unhealthy. Okay. 2 is when you've done those things, when you've done the research and the planning, and there's a movement in your soul that there's just expiration date. Sometimes things expire. It's not because they're unhealthy. Sometimes you outgrow a church. Sometimes you outgrow a lifestyle. And just like, milk has an expiration date, just like food has an expiration date. Everything has an expiration date. I often say flexibility is so great because everything changes eventually. I was reflecting on that today. Even as in America and across the world, in many parts of the world, we're still in the middle of this coronavirus thing. And, Starbucks is back shut down again. You can only grab and go, get your food and go. And it's just amazing how 1 year changes so much. But look, the world went to the next chapter. A lot of people are still reading the previous chapter. The world and life doesn't wait for you to get ready. Don't rush, but at the same time, don't think that you are going to take things with you, or you're going to live this, life that it's now, it's going to all clear. Now you can do your dream. Take your time. Don't worry. Don't be scared. You need to overcome fear to take a job when it's volatile. You need to overcome fear to move. You need to overcome fear to start something new. Okay, to leave something behind. And what I could tell you, research, break it down in small steps of action. And like swimming, look, once you've done the research, once you're in the YMCA, I remember learning how to swim in the YMCA. Once they teach you outside the pool, like they teach you, like put your head down, breathe out the side of your, put your face down, then breathe out the side. Once they do a couple of that thing, get your fucking big ass in the pool. You're going to have to mess up a little bit. Failure is part of the next chapter. See, a lot of people don't want to go to the next chapter because they know part of it's failure. Well, you fail when you stay in an unhealthy relationship. You fail when you stay in a job that you should have went to the next level at your job a long time ago. Okay. And you're still doing sales, or you're still doing maintenance, or you're still doing construction. You should have moved up a long time ago. You're selling yourself short because you're scared that if you move forward, you may not know everything. You may get laid off quicker. Hey guys, look. If you don't take a promotion, you're going to be getting the coffee for someone else who takes the promotion. Overcoming fear. Fuck it. That's the mindset sometimes. Do the research. Okay, some people just say fuck it. They don't do the research. They say, you got to do all the things, guys and girls. But I tell you this, when it's time for you to move on, don't check with your father. Don't check with people online. Okay. Even though I will give my mom credit, I remember when she shared with me, one of the things I was struggling with, because now when I go to commit, whether it's to a home base or something, I get anxiety. And every time I get anxiety, I say, oh, this ain't right because I don't feel at peace. But that's not always true. Because I had anxiety at different things in my life. One was when I was getting ready to take a job with a new company. And I was going to go to the next level. And I was scared. I was so scared. I changed my mind 20 times in 2 months. And I asked everyone I knew. I looked online. And I remember my mom telling me, she goes, look, Sam, you got to make that decision now. You're an adult. And she goes, well, I'll share this with you. When I was at a job, I had an opportunity for a promotion. My manager wanted to take me with her. And I didn't take it because I was scared that I wouldn't be able to have the freedoms that I did, because she liked to sing on the weekend and sing at weddings. She was singing at the church. And she goes, because I didn't take that, not only did I not get the promotion, I got laid off anyway. Like, whatever it was, like 8-12 months later, the company just downsized. And she goes, if I would have took that promotion, if I would have overcame that fear, my career path would have been totally different. And she goes, I regret that. She goes, you have to make the decision because there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. When you go to the next chapter, there's no guarantee. But guess what? When you stay at the same chapter, in the same town, in the same job, in the same place, there's no guarantee that works out either. There's no guarantees in life. There's risk management. That's through research, planning, patience. But to cross that transitional period from where you are now to where you want to go is going to require work and faith. And what I could tell you is, sometimes anxiety is not a sign something's bad. Sometimes it's a sign that's what you have to overcome to go to your next level. Mel, $14.99 super chat, all the way from Australia. Used to be from Brazil, I think. Hello, Sam. I missed you. Good to see you again. Good to see you too. Dimit, thank you. The Australia currency exchange rate still popping. Thank you, Mel. Thank you to all my members. I'll see you out there too. Fred, Coconut Dreams, Infinity. All right, we're going to get to all live comments. Mel, thank you for that gracious super chat. Shout out to Australia. What time is Australia? I'll look it up, Mel. Edith is here. Edith, damn it, you better be the regional sales manager in the Pacific Northwest. Because, damn it, your time's come. Australian time. If I type that right. I want to see what time it is for Mel. It's 11:22 a.m. Guys, that part of the country is already on Monday. So this is one thing. That was a great comment. This is what I want to share with you. We think our world is so big. I hate flying. I hate heights. But I've flown on airplanes a few times. And the one value, and I dated a stewardess. Let me tell you something. That was a disaster, but she was hot. When one thing I can say that I recommend you fly an airplane at least once, whether it's after coronavirus or whatever. One thing that's very interesting is that when you go that high up in the air, everything's so small. And it gives you perspective on life. Like in your mind, you sitting in your car, sitting in your house, everyone's focused on you, okay? The world is so, everything's about you. But when you get lifted up and you look at things to a different perspective, you're a little peck, you're an ant. And sometimes to step outside yourself and to realize, look, it's not all about you. It's not all, there's a bigger world out there. There's a bigger world than your town, a bigger world than your company. What you know now, there's so much more out there. There's so many other people to meet. Like I remember I could not go to the next chapter after a couple breakups. And I thought like, I'll never meet a girl that looks exactly like this. Oh my God. And I was obsessed. I was OCD on it. Now, guys, I see a hot chick guys, I'm in South Florida, good part, okay? I'm in the good part, man. And what I can tell you is like, a girl comes in Planet Fitness, so I see her on the beach, I say, damn, she look good. And I fall in love. And then 5 minutes later, I see a better looking girl. So what I can tell you guys, there's a lot of girls out there. Now, they're not in Ocala, Florida. Okay? They're not. I'm sorry to say that. Okay, they damn sure. Well, let's stay positive. Let's stay positive tonight. But what I want to tell you guys, there's a whole nother world out there. Okay. And even after we die, guys, there may be something after this. I don't know. Okay. But what I can tell you is this. You got 80 years. Average life expectancy is 80. You got 80 years, okay, to go to the next chapter. And there's several. Now you got to decide because you're writing your book. Okay. Now look, there's part of your book that's outside your control. You say inspirational nomad. I was born with a wide ass. I'm not good looking. Well, yeah, but maybe you're smart, okay? Because I know some good-looking people, they dumb as hell. So, use what you have, okay? Like Coconut and Dreams, like, I think sometimes he wish he ain't addicted to sex, but he's rich, okay? So, hey, look, it's like, I know he said, a lot of rich people that they're sad, they're angry. I do too, because believe me, I shop in the rich parts, okay? And I see, like, these guys aren't happy. But I said, I'm happy. And I'll tell you right now, I fit right in. Now, I'm still happy, though. I said, but I'm not going to lie to you. The middle class is a little bit more popping. Okay. Why? Now, lower class, look, I'm not going to lie. You don't want to be in those neighborhoods. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, when you brought up in bad areas, the first thing you want to do is get the hell out of Dodge. But many people don't. Why? Mindset. Okay. Middle class, it depends what area. High class, there's an arrogance. There's a pompous. But there's popping. I'm telling you right now, the girls look better in good areas. I'm trying to tell you right now. Okay. Even though I saw some one hot chick today in the gym, and I've been scoping her out. She must got a man. I saw because she had a nice Tesla outside. Said Trump 2020. I said that must be her man's. Okay. But I said I can't fuck with her. What type of girl is going? She still got it on there too. I said that can't be hers. But even if it's not, I mean, guys, the election's over. Let's be honest. I mean, how many times are we going to recount? It's over. But I digress. All right, we're going to go all live comments. Thank you, Mel. Thank you to all my members. I see, oh my God, I see ESP's in here. Everyone's in here. Guys, it's Sunday, and it's time to move on. ESP, next winter, it's time to move on. Get the hell out of Alaska. Because I'll tell you right now, it's too cold to waste another winter. That's right. That's right, guys. Pray for me. Pray for me that I make the right decision with the home base. You say, inspirational nomad. I thought you hate God. You hate life. Guys, sometimes I do. I'm honest, just like in the Bible. But I tell you right now, to go to the next chapter, you're going to need faith. God, help me. Help me, God, help me. That's true. I'm not going to lie to you, guys. I'll tell you the truth. Let me roll down my windows, guys. You say inspirational nomad. I'm in Alaska. I'm freezing. I said, guys, I'm in South Florida. It's 85 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Hell. Yeah, it's popping. Yeah, let's take out there, space. Nah, I can't do no winters, man. That's why I said to myself, do I really want to be a nomad? Because, guys, I don't want to travel outside Florida. I don't want to go see Bob in Arizona. Fuck Arizona, man. Arizona's a shithole. Fucking desert. All right, let's go next chapter. Don't get this. Stay positive. Stay positive. All right, let's go live comments. Thank you again, Mel. My man Infinity. I'll tell you right now, what I'll tell you is never regret that vasectomy. Why? Best thing you ever did, in my opinion. I love you, Infinity. Good to see you, brother. Keep pushing forward and stay positive. Coconut Dreams, car emoji. Yep. Remember, guys, a car is only useful if you use it. If a car sits in your garage, whether it's a Tesla or a beat-up Honda Civic, remember, you're not using what you have. And if you're going to buy a nice car because you think you're going to get the hot chick, just remember, after she dates you because you got a Tesla, she's going to end up divorcing you and fucking some guy in a beat-up Honda Civic. Why? Because after she saw that fancy don't make her happy, then she wants simple. But now she got a half-year settlement, so she still got money. And I help her spend it. I ain't mad at that. Right, let's continue. Coconuts. Which age group of women do you like talking to? I would say 20 to 50. Okay. And I would say, yeah, once in a while I'll even go into the GILF porn section. But guys and girls, you already know what it is. Single for life. Why? Because guys, I'm at the buffet. Okay. And I don't know. You say inspirational nomad. If you commit to a house or a home base, what's the difference between that and committing to a MILF? Fair point. But guys, I want to be able to liquidate the home base if I get upset with it. And I don't even know if I'm going to get that. Do I ever see myself dating or like getting really like involved? Nah, not really. And even now, to be honest with you, a lot of times I have to discipline myself to just keep my head down, because there's times where I'm presented with an opportunity, and you guys know I got the gift of gab. So, and you guys know I'm looking okay. I'm looking good. I mean, y'all look good. There's some guys, they're taller, got this, they got that. But what I can tell you is, guys, I look good enough, and I got the gift of gab, is I could do what I want, okay? But I have to remember, like, how much aggravation do I want in my life? And I'm, like, for me, the home base debate is, I know, I'm an honest person. I know that when I get the home base, I'm adding some aggravation, but I'm adding some comfort and convenience. You say, well, if you add a MILF or young PYT, you add some warm coochie and some fun. That's true, but it still doesn't work out in the risk-reward ratio. Why? Because I've been with PYTs, I've been with the MILFs, even been with some grannies. And what I could tell you is this, it doesn't end anywhere that I want to go, okay? The home base ends hopefully in either maintaining its value or keeping its equity, okay? And when I'm ready to sell it, I don't have to ask anyone their opinion. But the relationship, whether it's a companion, which is a disaster, there's no such thing as companions, or dating, or serious, it's a disaster. So that's just my opinion. Again, everyone should do what they want. I know some people, they say, inspirational nomad, your dream is to retire early and live in Florida. My dream is to get married with 3 kids. So I said, oh, good luck, enjoy. More kids for you. I don't want them. So like I always say, guys, like when someone says, I hate Florida, I said, well, thank you. More Florida for me. Okay. So, for me, what I tell you guys is, look, when someone don't like what you like, that means you're getting more of it. So don't be mad. But some people, they just like to hate. That's true. What was my one viewer, this guy Joey was saying on the movie The Dark Knight, never date a guy who likes the movie The Dark Knight, but he left a good comment about the movie The Dark Knight. He said that in the movie, I guess one of the Dark Knights, he goes that there was the villain said some people they don't understand or they don't agree with logic, like money or doing the right thing, or none of that motivates them. The only thing that motivates them is seeing the world burn. And I understand that because I understand the psychopathic mind. One movie recommendation I would give you is The Cell, the C-E-L-L, with Jennifer Lopez. It's a sci-fi movie when Jennifer Lopez got injected into the brain of a psychopath serial killer. And she was like this therapist that was going to try to save him. But what she realized in trying to save this psychopath, that she almost got caught in his torment. There's a scripture that says, don't try to get someone out of their sin, for you yourself may get caught in their sin. So I'm not trying to say you shouldn't help people, but I'm trying to say never inject yourself in the mind of a serial killer or a psychopath or a troll. Why? Because there's no explaining them. Like you think, well, maybe they just need a hug. Maybe they just need someone to listen to them. No. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, maybe they do. Okay. And I'm be respectful to all people, but after after a couple shootings, after a couple trollings, guys, that's who they are. Okay. So, it's like, eventually you got to just realize you got to have boundaries. Okay. And not everyone in jail is there because of injustice. Some people, like, that's where they belong. I hate to say that. Okay. Not everyone, but that's true. Okay. Let's continue. Coconuts. What is the purpose of life? Coconuts, man. For the Tesla stock to go up, for you to stay healthy, okay, and take life one day at a time. Because outside of that, brother, ain't no meaning. I mean, try to do the right thing. I went on a journey. I tried to figure it all out. And what I can tell you is I volunteered at a soup kitchen in Newark, New Jersey. I gave mattresses to homeless people. And what I can tell you is just do what you need to do for you. If you have an opportunity to help someone, certainly do it, but have boundaries. Separate from toxic people and toxic environments. And remember, the Federal Reserve, who prints money, it's their job to help the poor and the destitute. Never give to a cancer charity. Why? Because, guys, how much do you get charged by the hospital if you have cancer? So where's all this research going? Okay. What I tell you is the Federal Reserve, let the Federal Reserve, okay, help the destitute and the cancer research. Okay. Outside of that, guys, what I can tell you is enjoy your money without guilt. Don't hurt anyone. Stay positive. Masturbate at least once per day. And that's it. That's the meaning of life for me. Okay. Some people say, no, it's greater than yourself. I got to volunteer. Guys, do what you want. Okay. But what I can tell you is this, guys, I know guys who fought in wars. Okay. And if I ask them the meaning of life, believe me, they're going to say, Sam, I was expecting you to tell me. I said, I know. I know. So guys, not much meaning. All you try to become a better person. All right. Here's the meaning of life. You made me think of it. Good question, Coconut. You're on fire. The meaning of life is to go to the next chapter. Why? Because that's growth. That when you're not growing, you're dying. So life itself means that you have to go to the next chapter. If you don't, there's no meaning because you're not growing. Okay. There you go. Damn. Fucking fire night. All right, thank you. Coconuts. Why are we all here on Earth? I just broke it down, man. Yeah, I just broke it down. Good job, though. Yeah, you haven't masturbated today. Coconut, I can tell. Coconuts, you're all backed up, man. This is why you're a sex addict, man. Okay? Because, one is we're on Sunday night as I make this live feed. So, the stock market's been closed for 2 days. So, Coconut Dream's losing his mind. He hasn't masturbated in 2 days. So, he's waiting for this is why most day traders lose their money on Monday morning. Because they're too impatient and they don't wait. Okay? And this is why sex addicts lose their inheritance. Because as soon as they get the first opportunity to blow their load, they blow it. So guys, be patient. Okay, part of going next chapter is be patient. The stock market will own tomorrow. Don't make the first trade. Relax. Okay, and there'll be another MILF. Don't go blowing a cream pie. Guys and girls, let's take it very easy tonight. Okay, let's take it easy. Don't get upset. There's another opportunity coming. Good questions though. Yeah, damn, I'm on fire tonight. My man Fred, what's up, everyone? Fred, how you holding up, brother, man? I know it's getting cold in Brooklyn, man. Love to you, man. I hope you and your family getting ready to enjoy the Thanksgiving holidays if that's what you celebrate. But even if you don't, brother, I got love for you. I appreciate all you've done for me. Never forget it. Coconuts, I appreciate you too, brother. You know that. Coconuts, what's up, Fred? Coconuts Yacht Club level, guys. I wasn't at the yacht club, but I walk by the yacht club every day. Do I go inside? No. Why? Not my thing, but I'll tell you right now, if I buy a home base, it's going to be within a few miles of a yacht club. Why? Guys, I'm not moving to a bad neighborhood. Okay, I'm nomad for the rest of my life before I buy property in a bad neighborhood. Never forget it. Fred, hey, Coconuts, are you ready for Thanksgiving? Coconuts, I'm staying with less than 10 people. Yeah, he's listening to Cuomo. He got the Cuomo dictionary out. He goes, less than 10 people for Thanksgiving, Cuomo. You gotta get out of Manhattan, man. Manhattan's a disaster, man. Nah, I can't do it. Guys, I vote progressive, but I tell you, I want to live in a Republican state. Why? Guys, I don't want a babysitter. I mean, look, guys, the virus is a real thing. I social distance. I wear my mask. Guys, where am I going to be for Thanksgiving? In an all-night, in a gas station, all-night gas station by myself in my car. Okay. So now, that's why I may buy a home base too. It's getting a little bit tired. But guys, I follow all the rules, okay? But I don't need someone like, behind my back, like, oh, do this. Guys, I got it. Okay. And, yeah, Cuomo's going to shut down after Thanksgiving. I thank God that I went to the Thanksgiving Day parade in Manhattan years ago. Why? Because, guys, that experience may not ever happen again. You know, same thing with the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Guys, you guys never went to the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York? You never went to Thanksgiving? Now, guys, I don't think it's ever going to be popping like it was. Okay? So, what I can tell you is this, guys, there's always going to be something. Mel, thank you again. I appreciate that super chat. Shout out to Australia. All my foreign viewers, shout out to you. Around the world, guys. We're global. We're connected globally. Eat half. Pacific Northwest. Sounds like my household. Between my son's OCD and my challenges with depression. Hang in there. We love you, Edith. Making a decision can become almost paralyzing. I empathize. I empathize. Sometimes I know some people take my energy the wrong way because sometimes I'm getting very intense. And why I get that intense is because that's what I need to do to motivate myself to go to the next level. And if some people can't understand my energy, I respect it, but they're not going to be part of my life. Why? Because I'm not going to dull my sparkle so they feel comfortable and then I don't go to the next level. Now they're comfortable, I'm uncomfortable, and we're not vibing. So I respect that. They don't have to agree with me, but move the fuck aside. Okay, you do you. I'm doing me. I'm not hurting you. And I'm not asking your permission. Okay? So that's what you got to remember when you're stuck in the paralyzing mode. You got to say, oh shit, I got to make these decisions. Because remember, when you don't make the decisions, what happens? Someone else has to make the decisions for you. And then you're really mad. Why? Because I guarantee you, whether it's a social worker, whether it's Cuomo, or whether it's Biden, or whether it's Trump, I guarantee you, 99% of the time, when someone else makes decisions for you, you're not going to be happy. Why? It's your life. Okay? It's your life. Okay? And what I could tell you is, guys, if you don't have the power, and I'm talking about within reason, okay? We have to obey the laws. There is a pandemic. I'm not talking about crazy shit. I'm talking about a mindset of within reason. You have to just take ownership of your life, okay? And you got to grab the fucking bull by the horns, okay? You got to grab the Latina MILF by the cooch, okay? Like Trump said, grab her by the cooch. Don't do that. Don't do that. I just like. Don't do that. Yeah, we're on fire. What a disaster. Yeah, I tell you, I'm never going back to Jersey, man. Maybe once. Maybe I go once. I ain't going too much, though. I can't believe you bastards fucking freezing up there, man. Nah, hell no, man. I ain't going backwards, man. Maybe in the fall. We'll see. Fred, I didn't know you were also in NY. I'm in Brooklyn. Yeah, Coconuts is in Upper East Side of Manhattan, man. Fred, I don't know. Oh, I read that. Sabrina! What's going on, Sabrina? Sabrina, she's a coronavirus survivor. She had the coronavirus. She survived. Let's see what she got. You got your taste buds yet back? Sabrina, hey, Sam. Prayers and blessings for you and Edith. Damn it, Sabrina. Positive woman. Sabrina, I want to know. This is what I want to know, Sabrina. In the next year, what's one goal you have? I want to know your goals. And I appreciate your love and your prayers. I received them from me and Edith. Thank you. Coconuts, Cuomo said if the virus spikes for Thanksgiving weekend, he's shutting it down. Hey, guys, Cuomo can do whatever he wants because I ain't never going upstate New York. I ain't never going back to Manhattan. Nah, not anytime soon. So, guys, you have fun with Cuomo, man. I'm done with him. I'm done with that thing. I love you, though. I'm sorry I got to go through that, Fred. I have a fear of heights too, Sam. Yeah. Guys, when I was working construction, I had to go on some of those scissor lifts where you go like 50 feet in the air. Guys, I did it. Why? Get that money, okay? Would I do it again? Only if I was destitute. Why? I'll DoorDash before I do that again. But what I tell you is I had to cut my expenses. I had to build up my career. Now, I'm grabbing a bull by the horns, okay? Grab the cooch. Okay, good job. Don't do that. Coconuts. I have a fear of love and being controlled by a woman. That's because you're addicted to sex, man. You got to masturbate, man. And what I tell you is this. You know, it's like, I remember playing football, and there was a point where I basically quit. Why? I didn't have it in me to go through the physical crap anymore. I feared getting paralyzed or something. Okay? And when you have that in your mind, don't keep playing. Because if you play in fear, you're going to get hurt. Okay? And if you date like that, you're going to get controlled. Because, until you got a swagger like, look, I love you, I respect you, I'll spoil you, but my life won't shatter if you die of cancer. Okay? My life won't shatter if you break up with me. Why? Because I don't put the pussy on the pedestal. Now, remember Eddie Murphy and Boomerang. If you put the pussy on the pedestal, guys, you're going to get, what was her name? Robin Givens, okay? And what I can tell you is this. Nobody wants to date a sucker. even if he's Eddie Murphy. Why? Because girls want confidence. Girls want to know that you're not pussy whipped, even though they want you to whip the pussy. Okay? And what do guys want to know? Guys just want you to spread your legs, be quiet, and don't ask for too much. Now, however, I think both men and women are irrational. Why? Because they both want what they want and they want to be independent. So what do I tell everyone to do? Men and women, stay single. Okay. Now, some people don't listen to me and then they start to say this and I say, look, enjoy your renovations, because that's why I tell you just stay single. That's why Jesus told you that. ESP. Hold on a second. I gotta go back to coconuts. Coconuts, man. I want you to go back. This is what I want you to do right now. I want you to look at the Tesla stock ticker. I want you to look at the 5-year chart of the Tesla stock. Okay. And look how it went up. Then I want you to look at your 5-year dating history and look how the trend went down. Okay. And then I want you to remember that before investing again. Okay. Remember that. Okay. You know, it's like if you're scared to be single, remember what, guys. Yeah, stay single. ESP. I'm regretting not leaving my job. Can't go backwards, but I appreciate you sharing your honesty. She regrets not leaving her job before the snow hit. I'm not going to lie to you, ESP. I didn't want to say it. But ESP, I didn't want to say it. I appreciate you. When I'm walking, sometimes, ESP, to be honest with you, when I'm walking on the beach and it was fucking like 85 today, it was sunny, it's nice, beautiful. And sometimes I think about you. I was like, damn. I said, I'm regretting that she didn't go because I can feel the sun. And I said, I feel you're cold because, guys, the winters in New Jersey is basically like Alaska. And I feel for you. But what I can tell you is sometimes to go to the next chapter, we have to feel that pain. Okay. Sometimes to rebalance your portfolio, you got to feel pain. Sometimes to change your diet, you got to feel pain. Guys, I was obese. Why did I change my diet? Because I was in the hospital. Pain. So even though in one sense I understand that you feel bad, ESP, but this is the best thing that could have happened to you, because I want you to remember this pain next year. Not just when you go to, because I think next year, no matter what, you're going to go down south to San Diego or whatever. But I want you to remember this 2 weeks after you're at San Diego. And you go, well, I'm tired of San Diego. I feel alone. I feel out of place. I think I'm going to go back to Alaska. It wasn't that bad. Where people go backwards is they tend to remember things better than what they were. Okay. What keeps people from going to the next chapter? They tend to remember the past better than what it was. Guys, I remember, I tattoo it on my mind, the winters of New Jersey, the culture, the vibe, the energy. You have to remember that pain, okay? That will motivate you not just to go to the next chapter, but to keep going forward, keep going forward. So this is a blessing in disguise, ESP, a blessing in disguise. Let's continue to read your comment. She goes, that's a decision I should have made. We got to go forward now. Things are looking shaky at my job. That's why I always tell you guys, savings account, DoorDash, and I truly believe, ESP, that you are a smart woman with a great resume. If you know a layoff is imminent, meaning it's going to happen no matter what, don't quit your job, but start applying for another job. Now, if you don't know that a layoff is imminent, like it may or may not happen 50-50, then you may want to ride it out. But if you're 75% sure you may get laid off, I would start applying immediately. Okay. Unless your side hustles equal enough of sustainable income and you know you can DoorDash where you don't have to go right back on the corporate horse. But for the younger and middle-aged people, remember, you got to build up your retirement, you got to build up your Social Security. So it may be time to go to the next chapter. Let's continue to read. 3 coworkers put in their notice last week. 1 just left Friday. Well, that don't sound like you're getting laid off. That sounds like now you're going to have more responsibility. You're more important. Why? Because they need you now more than ever. So I could see if like all 3 of those people got laid off, but it sounds like they left on their own will. That's why I always tell you guys, show up. What's the number one piece of career advice? Show up. People will quit. They're not going to do the winter in Alaska. They're not going to do the winter in New Jersey. They're going to get sick. They're going to have a baby. They're going to want to move. If you keep showing up, ESP, it doesn't sound like you're going to get laid off. You know what it sounds like? You're going to become a manager and you're going to stay in Alaska forever. Why? Because you're going to get offered a promotion and then you're going to say, well, now I'm definitely not going to go because I got a promotion. So what I could tell you is one of the keys of life is you better damn sure find out where you want to live. Because I think you should take a promotion. I think you're a very smart woman. Don't sell yourself short. But I think if you know you don't want to live in Alaska, you gotta, then you gotta apply for jobs outside of Alaska. Now, if you want to live in Alaska, then take that thing. You're going to be able to do it. Now, if you want to work remote because you want to travel all around, then if you're offered a job, you have to mandate that it's a remote job. When I applied for a remote job, guys, one of my first questions, because when you get interviewed for a job, you better have a list of 3 questions at least, okay? Because when you're interviewed for a job, it's not just them seeing if you fit, it's you seeing if you fit, okay? So there's 2 major questions I wanted to know. Number 1 is who is going to be my direct manager? Because there's nothing more important about your job than your direct manager, your relationship, your vibe with your direct manager, okay? Because if you don't have your direct manager in your corner, you might as well be in Alaska without a blanket, okay? You're fucked, okay? Number 2, I wanted to know is I said, I'm only taking this job, I'm only applying for this job if I know 100% it's remote, okay? Because I told him part of my goal was to leave New Jersey. And the only reason I stayed so long is because I thought there was an opportunity to be able to get an internal transfer and work remote. And so I said, if it's not fully remote, I'm not applying. I said, but outside of that, I'm a team player, whatever. Like, I'll work, I'll do this, I'll do that. Okay. So, like, where do you want to live? Okay. And once you put and if you don't know where you want to live, you want to be a nomad, then a remote job. Okay. And now with the coronavirus, that's the one positive. A lot of remote jobs, okay? A lot. So let's continue. Good job, ESP. Fred at Coconuts. I am not surprised that cases in NYC would have gone up during the winter. Just remember, they said that 80% of society is probably going to get it. Most people won't even know they had it. Some people will get sick. Very little people will get hospitalized, and less than 1% will die. So what I can tell you is, guys, it's a very infectious disease, not a very deadly. What they're trying to do is not have everyone get infected at once so the healthcare system doesn't get overrun. Because more people die from cigarettes, more people die from obesity. Chick-fil-A and Newport cigarettes kill more people than the coronavirus. So if we really cared about deaths, we would just stop selling cigarettes and tell Chick-fil-A, you can't do takeout either. You're done. However, guys, people get to choose. So tonight, people get to choose if they want Chick-fil-A, alcohol, and cigarettes, okay? And you should be able to choose if you can go to the gym, okay? You should be able to choose, okay, whatever. Guys, no hospital has been overrun yet in America since the beginning. Okay? None. Fact, okay? Capacity is there, fact, okay? They're trying to monitor that, which is good. Again, Sabrina had it. She's in a live chat. She recovered. I don't wish it on me. I don't wish it on everyone. It's a real thing. Just like the flu is a real thing. Just like pneumonia. I had both of those. Just like a heart attack. Just like obesity. Just like a lung cancer. Guys, these are all real things. I'm not mocking them. But what I'm trying to tell you is, if you're smoking cigarettes, if you're drinking alcohol, if you're dating a drug addict, guys, the coronavirus, last thing you need to worry about. Okay, last thing. So let's take hydration. Shout out to all my members. Thank you. Thank you again, Mel. Sabrina, you got swag, Sam, for sure. I appreciate that. If the right woman ever comes in your life, would you consider a prenup to protect yourself and your assets? Yeah. Or would you have set your mind in living a bachelor life? Well, what I want to tell you is I work with women that are higher up on the scale than me. So I know plenty of women making more money than me. Okay. And what I can tell you is, guys and girls, I recommend that both genders, and even if you're transgender, get a prenup. Why? Because guys and girls, everyone's making money now. Okay. So one is I would never get married, in my opinion. Okay. Not for me. Because I don't have that goal. Like, you have to have a desire, right? So like some people say, I don't like Florida. Whether they've been there or not, they don't have any desire. Like, I have, people always ask me, like, why don't you go to the West Coast? I have no desire. And I had a couple chicks online I met from the West Coast. They want to give me the coochie. But I ain't going over there. Guys, I get coochie now. I don't need to go over there. So, you have to have a desire. Okay. So I have no desire for a family, for that lifestyle. Now, things do change. That's a fair point. You say, if you met the right one, would you? No, because two people are pain in the ass. Easy, what's up, man? Good to see you. So for me, I don't know. It's just not my desire. Like, you have to have a desire to go to Dunkin' Donuts. I don't have any desire to go to Dunkin' Donuts. None. I'm a Starbucks guy. So there's something in my mind that I don't think I would ever go down that road. It's a good question. And I've asked myself that. But I think, I'm committed to the bachelor life. Am I committed to the nomad life or home base life? Well, I always say, look, guys, I'm committed to keeping things simple. My goal, though, was to use the nomad life as a transition to get to Florida. However, I recognize the value of being a full-time nomad forever. I recognize the value of a home base. It's a tough call. Do I recognize the value of a woman? Yeah, but I had a loving mother. I don't need a girlfriend to be my mother because I never felt love. And I don't need the coochie because I got a sock and I got free porn. So what's the value? Just a pain in the ass, in my opinion. But I love you, Sabrina. I'm not, this is my opinion. ESP, you're better than anyone. Well, I know I'm better than Nate. Nate's fucked. But you remember when George Clooney said that he was a bachelor for life? Yeah. Now he got twins. He married that Arabian girl. He's done. Now he's wifed up with twins. Yeah, his life's destroyed. Nah, I don't want to be George Clooney now. I want to be George Clooney when he was making that movie with Jennifer Lopez, and he was on the cover of People, the most eligible bachelor. Guys, I'm the most eligible nomad. Okay, Nate from Element Van Life. He's the old George Clooney, guys. Now he's got like renovations. He's got twins. And I don't want that life. Guys, I want to be the bachelor. You know what I mean? Like everyone wants to get with me. Like you guys, and that's the life I want to live. Good job. Fred, I'm a free spirit. Well, shout out, I don't got underwear on. I'm free as they get. I'm good with keeping it casual. Me too. When it comes to dating. Now, I'm not good with that. Why? Because there's no such thing. Like you say inspirational nomad, give me an example because I don't understand when you say there's no such thing as casual dating. Well, there's no such thing as an easy renovation. Okay. If you've ever done a renovation, there's no such thing as, this is just there's no 15-minute job. There's no 15-minute job, guys. It's 15 minutes just to get your tools out, okay? 15 minutes to take measurements, a half hour to get to Home Depot, a half hour to come back, okay? Then you got to do the work, then you got to clean up the place, okay? Every job is a minimum of 2 hours, okay? So you say inspirational nomad, what does that have to do with dating? Well, guys, if it's that involved just to hang a ceiling fan, what do you think it's like to go on a date? What do you think it's like to share your life? It's a constant job. It's a constant renovation. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Nah, I can't. I love you. I can't do that. ESP. I'm adding the cell to my queue. It's going to change your life. I'll tell you that. Change your life. Jennifer Lopez, the movie The Cell. Good job. Free Spirit. Free Spirit, what's up, brother? Sam. I hope you're doing well, brother. I'm a little bit scared to go to the next chapter. But Free Spirit, what I tell you is I love you, brother. And fear is a real part of life. Now, is the next chapter home base? I don't know. Is the next chapter a wife? No, I know that. Why? Because I have no desire. You show me your desire, and I show you what should be your next step. Okay. We all have different desires. Again, I know some people hate Florida, and I don't judge them for that, okay? But, guys, it's like, you know what I mean? Your desires are what you're supposed to do. However, you have to check yourself. Because, guys, I desire to eat a bucket of fried chicken every night. Not as much as I used to. And I will say this, like, I don't really even desire that anymore. Like, I remember I couldn't stop smoking cigarettes because in my mind, I said I'm always going to desire to smoke cigarettes. I don't want to live life without cigarettes. But after back and forth of quitting, back and forth, I'm like, I'm going to get rid of this. After about 2-3 years of quitting cigarettes, and now it's been like 15 years or whatever it's been since then, I have no desire for cigarettes. Okay. None. So you can do it. And what you desire today, you don't have to desire tomorrow. But you have to separate from every toxic desire. Okay. If you're addicted to sex, you got to separate from the cooch. Okay. If you're addicted, okay, to dick, okay, guys, you got to get a dildo and eat some chocolate and cheese. Okay. And what I can tell you is this, guys, and girls, and transgenders, is that desires are a compass to your life, but you also have to check them with self-control and with wisdom and knowledge. And you got to have a comprehensive way to look at life, okay? Like comprehensive healthcare. You say, Inspirational Nomad, I'm going to walk my fat ass for the March of Dimes. You want to donate? Like they always ask me in the grocery store, you want? I said, listen, you know they got the Federal Reserve, right? I said, how much did the Federal Reserve pump into the bond market? Don't ask me for $1 to feed the homeless. Don't ask me for $1 to feed cancer with kids. Go ask the Federal Reserve. Okay? They're out there printing money. Okay, don't ask me. I'm trying to figure out if I should get a home base. Yeah, you're fucking mine. I'll never give to charity. Not again. And I had a charity. And I shut it down because I said, look, I'm doing for profit. You say Inspirational Nomad, if I donate to your channel, where's it going? Guys, my savings account, my goals, my desires. Why? Because shit, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to tell you I'm giving mattresses to the homeless people because I did that. I'm not building vans for broke people that shouldn't be living on the road. Why? Because Bob Wells leading a lot of people shouldn't be living in their vehicle. They don't have the mindset for that. However, again, each their own. You guys do what you want. You can do the March of Dimes. You can do a march of fat people, march of skinny people, whatever. Okay. And what I can tell you is this, guys. Take me off the donor list. Okay. Don't send me an email. Because to me, like when I would, at a certain point in my life, if I would give money to a bum on the street, I remember giving $20 to a bum in Atlantic City. And he started telling me, oh, I appreciate that, man. God bless. He goes, I'm not going to spend it on liquor. I said, man, I don't care if you spend on liquor. I said, I'm not giving you the money with an expectation. Do whatever you want. Okay. Because if I give you the money and I say, go spend it on something good, I know, guys, if someone's living, okay, in an alley, okay, with a bottle of liquor, like, and you give them a 20, like, they ain't going to go do that. Guys, like, but that's their life. I'm not going to be Andrew Cuomo. I'm not going to tell them I'm only going to give you this $20 if you only, sit with 4 people at Thanksgiving. Guys, you got to do what you want to do. Now, if I don't want to give you $20, I'm not going to give you 20. But if I give you 20, I'm not going to give it to you on Andrew Cuomo shit. I'm not going to be like a spiteful father, like, well, give me back the money I gave you if you're not going to live the life I want to live. What the fuck type of father does that? Piece of shit. Probably voted for Trump. So what I can tell you is this, guys, Trump's done, okay? And you're going to die without your children loving you, or definitely not being by your side. Why? Because you were a spiteful bastard, okay? So what I can tell you is this, guys. If you give something to someone, have no expectation, okay? Because I tell you right now, if you think all the money you're giving to Home on Wheels is going to building minivans, that motherfucker, Bob got a fat assistant. I guarantee she get at least 60 grand a year. Bob making 6, and I'm not mad at him. That's the hustle. Okay. That's the hustle. The only way you're never going to get rid of poverty because you got some people with mental and drug problems. But the only way you make a difference in the world is if you get the Federal Reserve. The only reason Tesla is still around, they would have went bankrupt, is they got government grants. Okay. Elon Musk knows what most psychopaths don't know. If you're going to have a business, have it tied into government subsidies. Tesla and SpaceX get subsidized and have been subsidized in order to get their company to a higher level. Oil companies are subsidized. Farmers are subsidized. Guys, the only way you go to an extreme level of changing the world is if the government backs you. Okay, why? Because they have a money printing machine called the Federal Reserve. Okay. So I'm not saying you shouldn't help others, but I'm saying if you help others, you got to remember, you give it to them with no expectation. And, you'll give out of your abundance, not out of your rent. Okay. So let's take out your screen. Coconut Dreams, custom members only laughing emoji. Good job. Cameron, what's up, man? Cameron, I have a question. What you got, man? Shout out to Denver. Used to be in Kansas. Now he's Denver. Terry, what's up, man? Shout out to Stretch, a.k.a. Terry, working 2 jobs. Where? At Planet Fitness and Home Depot. Never buy a home base if you can't support yourself working at Planet Fitness and Home Depot. Because if you work at Planet Fitness, Home Depot, and you did DoorDash, you should be able to make more than $2,000 a month. Your house cost should be under $1,000 a month, and your food cost should be around $800. So if you're making about $2,500 a month, you got enough in savings, you got to pay for your health care, you're okay. Love to you, brother. Appreciate all that you do, and I appreciate who you are as a man. Positive person. Fred. Keeping it low-key this year, good. Just mom and 2 siblings. Guys, I hated going to see family or friends during the holidays, even before the coronavirus. Why? Even though I'm not like an introvert, like I have those certain mindset, I like to be by myself. So now you got the perfect excuse. All you introverts, you don't have to go to your ungrateful family member's house. Why? Because your aunt has got 2 kids that are taking too much prescription pills, and she wants to know all your business, okay? Well, I want to know, is your daughter really a pharmaceutical saleswoman, or is she a drug addict dating a Russian mobster, okay? Now, however, I don't want to know that, okay? But what I want you to do is stop asking me about my shit and let me know about your ungrateful kids. You see how Thanksgiving get, okay? And, it's a lot. I don't want to talk about all that shit. So what I can tell you is back the fuck up, no more than 4 people. And, guys, I need 4 feet of space. I can't have people in my space. Where we at? Cameron. Having an escort for Thanksgiving is going to be a good time. Sounds like a disaster to me. Why? Because you can't even have sex without looking over your back. You got to keep your head in a swivel. Her pimp may be out to get you. Guys, every time, I don't know if you guys actually been with escorts. Guys, this is the underworld. So even a nice escort could be setting you up. You can't have sex with an escort and think there may not be a setup. Why? Guys, when you're in the street and escort, even if you're in Miami, even if you're in a nice part, even if you're calling like Epstein. Guys, Epstein was an escort service for all the, Clinton, Trump, all these people. Okay, look what he did. He ended up hanging himself. Why? Guys, you're dealing with the underworld, man. So you can't really rock with an escort and not watch your back or not think you know what I mean? The feds coming. Because you're in a whole nother dimension. Okay? So that's why I tell you guys, masturbating a sock, man. You guys don't listen to me, man. And what I can tell you is, man, Thanksgiving with an escort, guys, it's like having a bag of weed, in your gas tank and you get pulled over and weed's not legal in your state. Did that ever happen to me? Yeah. Did they ever check the gas tank? No, thank God. Okay, so what I can tell you is this, guys: you don't want to get pulled over and be dirty. And when you're rocking with an escort, that's how it feels. Terry, yo, Sam, I hooked up with a chick for a week. No wonder I haven't seen you. Then I noticed manipulation. Jimmy, you guys aren't listening, man. Every night I'm preaching the same message, but I know we're human. Yeah, and toxic traits. Yep, that's what they got. Then I cut her off. Praise the Lord, said the choir. I should have stayed single. That's all right, brother. We all fall short of the grace of God. We all need the grace of God. We all fall short of his glory. So what I can tell you, brother, you've repented. Now, I don't want to tell you stay single for life because I want to give you the freedom to make your own decisions. I'm not Andrew Cuomo. I'm not a spiteful father that says, here's my inheritance, but you got to do what I say. No. If you want to get wifed up tomorrow, brother, I love you. I'll be here doing a live feed for the next 20 years saying stay single. Now, even if some people get married, I'm not mad at them. Guys and girls, I want you guys and girls to do whatever you want. It's your life. You don't have to live my life, okay? And remember, I could change my mind. I may be in a home base tomorrow. I may be wifed up tomorrow. Now, that's probably not going to happen. But I want you to know that you don't have to check in with me to say, Inspirational Nomad, can I date? You do you, okay? Just, be careful, okay? Good job. Coconuts. My goal is to be in Florida. Well, brother, you ain't getting no younger, so make a plan, do it responsibly, wear a mask, but get your ass on I-95. Fred, I imagine DoorDash will be busy on Thanksgiving, popping, with a lot of people ordering rather than waiting, especially in the rich part. And social distancing, guys. The food delivery apps skyrocketed during the coronavirus. Another positive thing. Good comment, Fred. Coconut's laughing good. Laughter's good for soul. Fire emoji, you know what it is. Coconuts, whose birthday is it? Sabrina, salt still tastes metallic. See, she recovered from the coronavirus, but she can't taste everything. Now, that may keep you away from some unhealthy food. I don't know, though. She goes, I don't worry about it anymore. Praise the Lord. I saw a guy on TV whose tongue was swollen as a cow tongue. Oh, man, that's sad. That's sad. Because of COVID, I don't wish that on people. He couldn't close his mouth. That's real sad. But now he has taste buds back. His tongue's still big, though? That is sad. Thank you for sharing. And then Sabrina goes, my main goal for next year is to improve my health. Sabrina, excellent goal. Good job. And very next goal is to start working again. Excellent. Damn it, Sabrina, you're on fire. Good job. Doing something. You're on fire tonight. Good job, Sabrina. Excellent goals, ESP. I want to work remotely. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Be specific with what you want to do with your life. Guys, if you don't get specific on what your next chapter is, you know who tells you? Andrew Cuomo. Okay? You're a spiteful father. Okay? Guys, you have to get specific on, because you don't check in with me and say inspiration. Like, what I want you to get to a point in your life is I want you to plan. I want you to research. I want you to do things in order. Okay? But I want you to get to a point where this is what I want to fucking do. Okay? I'm scared as hell, but I'm going to do it. Okay? And good job. And she says, I want to work remotely and become a snowbird. I want to stay in Alaska. You like Alaska. Only for the summers. That's my ideal. I like it. I like that you got specific. Edith, I don't know if the other women in here will agree, but it's not our nature to control or be controlled. I experienced both mindsets and was not happy with either. Thank you for sharing, Edith. I tell men and women, stay single. Now, if you want to find a dancing partner and you want to try anal sex once or twice or 50 times, that's up to you. I had a gay guy in here. One day he would tell me he's gay. Then one live feed, I said, oh, like, here's our brother Doug. This guy's gay. He's from New Mexico. And then he got upset with me. And you told me he was gay. He said, I didn't say I was gay. I said, yeah, you did. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't gay, but he voted for Trump. I tried to tell him, don't vote for Trump, but he voted for that. It's a recount. I love you, Doug, if you still watch. And your husband or your wife. Guys, it's crazy. You meet a lot of wild people. Doug was a good guy, though. He encouraged me. I almost quit YouTube. And one of his comments encouraged the shit out of me. I'm never gonna forget it. Let's go back live comments. My man, Easy. What's up, man? Oh, wait, I skipped Coconuts. Easy, it's good to see you here. Coconuts. When you buy an RV lot, he said, when you buy an RV lot, are you going to use a real estate agent? Well, the one currently for sale is by owners. I prefer a real estate agent for the negotiation factor, but this one may be by owner, but may not. I don't know. Or just find one yourself. I do both. I look at realtor.com every day, and there is one that I'm looking at that's by owner. Good job. Easy. Hey, all. Good to see you. Go, that's Ocean's 11. Yeah, that's the George Clooney I want to be. I don't want to be wifed up with some chick from Saudi Arabia with twins. Not for me, Fred. No undies here, too. I ain't mad at that. I don't see the point. Guys, no undies for life. Coconuts. Unless I got to wear a suit. God forbid I ever have to wear a suit, guys. I got to wear the breathable boxer briefs. Why? Because, guys, look, when you're wearing a suit, it's a whole, you got to wear boxer briefs. You can't wear no underwear. Okay. Now, if I was dating a MILF and I get an RV lot and she wants to come in, she may want me to put on my boxer briefs because she likes that look. Okay. Like, even me, like, I'd rather a girl wear panties than no panties. Why? You want to unwrap the present, okay? You don't want a present like, I remember I got a present one year in a ShopRite bag. You want the gift wrapped. There's something magical about unwrapping it. You know what I mean? Good job. Coconuts. Sam, for mayor. I don't want to be mayor, guys. Why? Guys, I got a life. Politics is for people who don't have a life. Guys, who's the head of the HOA? A psychopath that doesn't have a life. Who's the mayor? Psychopath doesn't have a life. But there's some good people out there. I'm just saying. Coconuts. I shouldn't. Yeah. Coconuts. I don't like the saying just saying either. I apologize. Coconuts. Are you going to get a lot of views this week? The psychopaths are out during the holidays. Hey guys, look. What I tell you is this. Is I make videos without focusing on who's watching, who's not. Because again, I do YouTube as a side hustle. Why? Because if I don't do it as a side hustle, it's like it has to be a real orchestrated, calculated, meticulous thing, which there's a time to do that for your main job. But for me, I said to myself when I started YouTube, and you build up confidence as you go. I was very scared when I started, just like any job, is that if it works out, I'm going to be like, myself, I'm going to like have fun, etc. Right? If it doesn't work out like that, guys, keep doing main job, DoorDash, a side hustle, other things will come up. Because this is a creative venture, not a career venture. Like, again, if it would come a great thing, great. If it doesn't, every year YouTube changes things. Like last week, they sent us a thing where they're changing certain things. Okay, so there was a time where I was monetized, then I got demonetized because I didn't have 1,000 subscribers. So I know when you're an independent contractor, whether for YouTube or DoorDash, the game can change quick. Even when you're an electrician, you can get laid off, or IT worker, you can get laid off. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about I made a conscious decision in my life to live below my means, to keep a job, to do side hustles so that I can live life on my terms more. I still am a respectful person in the public. I understand shared environments. On my YouTube channel, this is my personal environment. You see, I'm not outside. Even when I did live feeds, like from outside, I don't scream, I don't yell. So I'm sharing with you, when you do something in life, don't focus on the crowd. Focus on why you're doing it, what's your goals, and how do you want to do it. Because if you look at every psychopath to see if they approve, you're going to end up being like Jennifer Lopez from the movie The Cell. You're going to become the psychopath. Okay. So in life, you don't do things because your father wants you to do it. You don't do things because I want you to do it. You do things because that's what you do. Okay. And people got two choices: get the fuck on board or get thrown overboard. Not physically, but in your mindset. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how I rock. Okay. And love to you. Good question, Edith. I'm so glad to be away from my family in Florida. Well, getting away from toxic people is a blessing. You made the right decision. Especially during the holidays. I agree with that. Not being there makes me the subject of drama. Well, I agree with you, Edith. But being away from it makes me calmer. I always tell you, you know I love Florida. You know I don't like the cold weather. I can never deal with the Pacific Northwest, too cloudy. But I totally 100% agree with your decision to leave Florida. Why? Because you had to separate from toxic people so you can go to the next chapter. And that was 100% right. Okay? So good job. I don't care what they think of me anymore. Amen. You're on the right track. And even if you care, keep going. Even if once in a while you say, oh, I feel bad, maybe I should call them. Don't call them. You keep going forward. Okay. What was in the scripture where like they look back at Sodom and Gomorrah or whatever, and they told them like, don't look back. You know what I mean? Keep fucking going forward. Next chapter. Good job. Coconuts. Never keep. That's what I tell you guys. Change your number. You know, like your ex got your number. Like you know, you're going to your exes like for the holidays because you don't want to be alone. That's going backwards, man. You gotta go forward in life, man. Coconuts. I like to be controlled in the bedroom. But not in every day. You sound like a rich guy. Because the rich people I know, they usually like to be dominated in bed. Why? Because they're rich. They dominate the world. So in bed, they want someone else to dominate them. Guys, I know the rich mind. You know what I mean? So, and I know the poor psychopath mind. So what I can tell you is this. Okay. If you're in a poor area, you better get your ass inside by the time the sun go down. If you're a rich psychopath and you're going to pick up a prostitute, she better get ready to do some kinky shit. Why? Because you're used to getting what you want, okay? So what I can tell you is this, guys. Be very careful out there. Good job. Edith. Haha, coconuts. Pay enough, and I'll control you. Guys, I'm breaking life down every day, man. God. Edith. I think some people are controlling people. I do think it's about being a woman versus a man. I think it's about independence. I think women want to be independent, and I think men want to be independent. And I think when you're in a relationship, you don't have full independence. Guys, you have to be honest with yourself, and girls. If I buy a home base, I don't have full flexibility. If you get into a relationship, you don't have full independence. You sacrifice that, okay? So you always have to be honest with your decisions. And people don't want to be honest. They want their cake and eat it too. They want to say, oh, I bought a home base, but I'm still a full-time RVer. Like I sold Nomadic Fanatic. No, you're not. You're a fucking homeowner, okay? You just want to be called a nomad because you want to keep like people following your channel. Guys, look, I still keep Inspirational Nomad, but I'll tell you right up, if I buy a home base, I'm not a nomad, okay? But I got tattoos of people that once passed away. It's still part of my life, but life is about you go to the next chapter, man. But you can't have it both ways. ESP. Oh, I read it. Coconuts. Okay, Edith. You like S&M? Well, see, I had a girl like that. ESP. Yeah, see, she get, oh, shit. Yeah, oh, yeah. ESP's laughing. Good. Edith. Laughing coconuts. Yeah, coconuts getting kinky, but I'm not mad. Guys, there's nothing wrong with kinky sex. There's nothing wrong with being dominated, getting your ass whipped or whipping ass, as long as it's consensual and that's what you want to do. But what I can tell you is this, guys. Coconuts will testify. if you look at the Tesla stock graph chart, if you look at the Tesla chart for the past 5 years, it goes like this. If you look at Coconuts and Dreams dating life the past 5 years, it goes the opposite way. Why? Because what I can tell you is this, guys, very hard to meet a wholesome, positive person that likes S&M, beat the shit out of you sex. Okay? It's usually a psychopath. And what I can tell you is, guys, it's going to be a disaster. Okay? And what I can tell you is, if you're going to do it, make sure you put your Tesla stock in an LLC. Form an LLC for your brokerage account. Like trading capital LLC, and because they're coming after everything. Okay, and so you got to put that shit in another entity. All right, good job, Edith. Coconuts. You have no idea what you've done in the past, but let's just say I can be an amazing dominator. You all win here fine night, but would not respect you in the end. It's a total disaster. Well, deprived sex is the best sex. There was an episode of Seinfeld's where Jerry Seinfeld was dating this like very nice woman that would donate her time at charity, and he didn't have sex with her. And then Ellen was like, "Well, when are you gonna have sex?" And then he was like, "You know what? I can't have sex with her. She's too nice of a person." So part of sex is like for a lot of people, it's degrading. Now, making love and all that stuff, that's for love. But like fucking like, you know what I mean? That's like a thin line between love and hate shit, and it's a disaster. Coconuts. Maybe one day I will find out, Edith. I tell you right now, don't destroy either of your lives. All right, guys and girls and transgenders, remember this. Caitlyn Jenner told us one time on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, find out where you want to live, then find out how to make an income to support you in that area, and then have a sex change. Now, I believe in the first two things, not the last. However, I stand for equal rights. So what I can tell you is, guys, got to figure out your life. But no matter what type of life you live, transgender, Pacific Northwest, Florida, Manhattan, dominatrix, or submissive, life's about going forward. And it requires overcoming some fear. Okay? Appreciate you, Coconuts. And there's no exact science, though. I can't tell you what to do because sometimes I don't know what to do. Okay? So all I tell you is one day at a time, keep pushing forward. Peace.